Hey guys, it's Core Ross and welcome to 6 News. Today we're going to cover some potentially fake leaks of Rainbow Six Siege. Now the reason I'm covering this is a lot of people have been requesting it, and the leaks or the fakes are getting much more complex, so I think we should at least jump in with one of them and at least maybe say this is total bullshit or not. So we're going to start with this one. This is an image of, apparently, Ballistic, a brand new operator coming with the Moroccan season. However, there is a ton of things wrong with this image. So of course, the ballistic text is sitting on a darker area than the rest. Like someone went in with Photoshop really badly, took away some text and then replaced it with ballistic, and it's a terrible Photoshop job. Now the thing is, it should be a really easy Photoshop job. It's pretty much the same color behind everything here. The 6 logo you've got there, you can actually get that in the fan pack, so you could easily just put that in on top. Like you could put a nice basic color in, which looks stupid like this does. You could put the 6 logo on, then type in ballistic, and you'd be done, and it would look pretty good. So that right away already looks a bit shady. Now, just the whole layout of this is also looking wrong. If we actually look at the in-game menu right now, we can see that Bandit is actually eye level with his name, and that's pretty well done. It looks really nice, and it means his name and his face are in the same place. It gives him an identity. It's a really good layout. Whereas this one in the leak, it's lined up with his shoulder. So if that was actually in game, it would look a little bit weird. Like imagine having Bandit's name down where his shoulders are, and then all the other information below it. Now maybe they'd have like the logo above, maybe his icon or something, but it just would not look very nice in game. But you can see they have managed to put in the little arrow that points into the name in the right place on the leak, and it just pokes in at the edge, which is a nice detail. But the other thing we've got going on here is the background image. Like right now we have that nice dark blue. This is like the very Rainbow Six Siege menu color. There's no photo, there's nothing behind them, and it looks really nice, and it's very Rainbow Six. Like you know when you see this menu that it's Rainbow Six Siege and that color and everything. So I doubt they're going to throw a dark green background behind the menu along with an image as well. It just doesn't look very good, and I doubt it somehow. Now the actual operator picture looks perfect. It looks like a Rainbow Six Siege profile picture for an operator. However, this is not a Rainbow Six Siege operator. It is not a Rainbow Six Siege operator from the future. It is from Crossfire. So this is actually the real picture and the full picture. And yes, this actually comes from Crossfire. So this is not a Rainbow Six Siege operator, and this means it is definitely a fake. But I hope by making this video, I've shown you multiple ways to see how something is a fake, and definitely people are getting pretty good at making fakes sometimes, but yeah, this is definitely a fake. There's a lot to it, not just this image. This is definitely the nail in the coffin that proves that this is definitely a fake image, but there's so much more to it that makes it fake, and we're going to go over them as well. So the additional details are that it's the Moroccan DLC, the defender is called Ballistic, and his gadget is a mine. They also talk about new gadgets for the defenders, a proximity alarm. This can be anchored on surfaces or placed on the ground. When attackers walk past, their footsteps will become amplified for a short duration of time. That is an awesome sounding gadget. Now of course we've already had a proximity alarm leaked out already that was actually in the game files. So this isn't new. They could be bringing in things from previous leaks that were legitimate to make their leaks sound more legitimate. But certainly I like the idea of it. I like it making the sounds of the footsteps louder. I think that's cool. And apparently the operators with this gadget will be Maestro, Clash, Ballistic and Jaeger. Now there is something interesting. Both Maestro and Clash do have voice audio about a proximity alarm.
Proximity alarm active!
Tossing proximity alarm.
Which is interesting. But again, that was already known before this leak came out. So it's possible someone just kind of put Clash in there because it would sound great. She already has it in her voice lines. Now I do think that a proximity alarm is coming at some point, because it has been in the game files. It is in the voice lines as well. So I do think it's probably coming, or at least it's something they're majorly working on, and either it could be thrown out or it could be that it comes into the game eventually. It also kind of does sound like a gadget that would work really well in Rainbow Six Siege, and I like the idea of it making footsteps louder. That's cool. I think that would be great. Then we have Operation Fallout. So a limited time event, 5 campaign missions stopping nuclear bombs from launching. The maps would be Airport Bunker, Highway, Desert, and Capital. Now, the developers have actually said that they're not planning to do any kind of Outbreak event, any kind of special thing like Outbreak ever again. So it's highly unlikely that they would bring in a 5 campaign mission. But Outbreak was made by a different studio than the ones who actually do the multiplayer, so it's possible that someone else has been working on it, but that would have been like at least a year, I would guess, to develop it. So if they really are bringing in another special event, which I could see them doing eventually, even though they've said no, but I don't think it would be this early. Like maybe another year, maybe. It seems a bit unlikely, but who knows? So you can see how this person has made a pretty decent fake. He's got some very interesting information. It's great because he's taken leaks that have actually been kind of from game files and stuff like that, stuff that's legitimate, and he's added a little bit more detail to them to make them just sound a little bit more convincing, and it really does read and look to be a really good fake. But there's so many stuff, not just that big picture that can blows out of the water that's a fake, but all those tiny little things, the little bit of photoshopping mistakes, the positioning mistakes, the background colors, all that stuff just throws it off enough that you can look at it and go, yeah, this is totally a fake. And there's been a lot of fake information coming out recently that's been getting covered as leaks, but as far as I can tell, all of it at the moment is leaks. Nothing legitimate of the Moroccan season has leaked out. Now, we could of course get stuff like the proximity sensor, but that's been in development for like a year. So it could be next year before we actually get that. It doesn't mean that it's coming with the Moroccan season. So hopefully this just gives you a good rundown of these leaks and how to spot fake leaks in the future. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Let me know what you think of this video in the comments below, and bye bye.